The Mixed Mornings and More podcast with Steph and Shawn.
Now available daily.
Good morning, world.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's December 14th, 5:31 right now. And I saw what might be one of my favorite promos for any sports team yesterday, Steph.
What happened?
So the Edmonton Elks, they're not a great football team, okay, in the CFL.
Yep.
They have an incredible streak going right now. When they play at home in Edmonton, they just don't win games.
Oh.
They've lost 17 straight home games, okay?
That's disappointing.
That's dating back to 2019.
No way.
Who go to their games in Edmonton have never seen them win in a couple years. It's over 1,100 days.
Wow.
Okay. And so
poor guys.
They came up with this hilarious promo where their home opener is, I think it's like July 11th against Saskatchewan. And you can buy a ticket for you can get cheaper tickets for like 10, 20 bucks or whatever, but you can buy a $90 ticket that's like front row center type of thing. And if they lose, that seat is now yours for the next home game for free.
Oh, that's funny.
And then if they lose that next one, you literally get to keep going for free to home games with that same good seat if they keep losing games.
That is hilarious. Now, is that the vibe, though, that they want to bring into the stadium, is all these people who hope they get to keep going to free home games?
Well, I think they just want butts and seats at this point, because if they're not winning in like 3 or 4 years in a row, they just want people to literally come to their games. Now, the buyout or the payoff here is if they win that first game, they just made a bunch of money.
It's true, $90 a butt.
Yeah, instead of that ticket could potentially be like, what, 40, 50 bucks? But they're charging 90 because you have the potential to get a whole bunch of tickets out of this.
It's true. Okay, well, we'll cross our fingers for who? For the ticket buyer
I don't know.
or for the Elks?
I'm very intrigued to see how this plays out, but I love the unique promos like this.
Very smart marketing team.
A hilarious article was kind of going viral on Toronto Life magazine, I think is what it's called, maybe a web publication. It's kind of like one of those trendy like lifestyle type of publication. It's about moving to Alberta from Ontario because that's been so trendy for the past year, just with like so many things popping up, hey?
Yeah, and especially the lady who wrote this article said that she fell victim to the Alberta is calling, the radio ads telling her that she needed to come, and all the posters in the TTC and stuff, and her dad being like, hey, you need to change. Alberta is calling. Move to Alberta.
Yeah. And so the article she kind of just breaks down how it all went from her from start to finish. But it sounds like she did zero research through it all. And so she has this like she's like a manager, director of training for a big company over in Ontario, and she saw all the signs for it, and then so she was just like, oh, you know what, kind of expensive here, I'm just gonna quit my job, move to Alberta. And she decided on the Edmonton area, but she's in the article, she's like, yeah, I moved 30 minutes south of the city, which is Leduc, and it was just not what I was expecting. It's like, did you not look up anything?
Yeah, she was complaining that she couldn't get a renter to stick around in her house because she was 30 minutes south of the city. And then she was saying like she bought this $400,000 house, which was such a good deal, of course, because it was 30 minutes south of the city. And then she was like, and so I wanted to move out of it and maybe get a condo in the city, but nobody would rent my house.
Oh man, it's way too good. And she's like, I live a Sex in the City lifestyle. I love to go out like 3 to 5 times a week. She was like, before I would visit friends in Edmonton, like in the past couple of years, and I would visit for 2 or 3 days. We'd go out on the town and it'd be awesome. It's like, yeah, you were out on the town in the city, in Edmonton. And then you decided not to move to Edmonton. You moved to Leduc.
Yeah, this lady's crazy. Anyway, she only moved for 3 months. She was like, I've given it a go and I'm out of here. She moved back to Mississauga.
Oh.
I wonder if she went to my favorite restaurant in Leduc, which is Habaneros.
Oh.
It's the best. It's a hidden gem.
That could have kept her if you would have gave her some tips.
I know. I'm sorry I failed you, lady.
Yeah. Another thing that I was so amazed by was she didn't even research jobs before moving. She just out of the blue was like, wow, that house is $400,000. Absolutely, I'll move. Do I have a job lined up? No, but I got some savings. And then she's like, there's no jobs for my training director out here. It's like, shouldn't that be step one of your move?
Yeah,
Just to make sure you secure income in your new place that you're living?
It's just like, Alberta was calling, but only for tradespeople. It's like,
Yeah, of course it was. You idiot.
Drake has a new necklace. Now, it is quite intense. It is quite gaudy, and I'm just going to let the jeweler describe it.
Bordering the impossible. An expedition spanning 14 months. Every diamond hand-selected, inspected to only suit perfection. This monumental art piece was assembled using 351.38 carats of diamonds, mounted in 18K white gold. Each stone meticulously set, utilizing the eagle claw technique. Previous engagements, for all the times he thought about it, but never did. A true wonder of the jewelry world, presented by Alex Moss New York and Drake.
I like the word meticulously.
That's your favorite word in that?
That was my favorite part of that whole thing. Meticulously placed or whatever it was.
I like the eagle claw technique.
Oh, I like that too. Sounds fancy.
Yeah, apparently it's worth $4 to $6 million.
Okay.
So it has 42 engagement rings in this necklace.
Oh.
And yes, it's called previous engagements because he says it's all the times that he thought about or should have proposed but didn't. 42 times.
42. Mans falls easily. Yeah. Wow.
So apparently some of his rumored love interests include Rihanna, Jennifer Lopez, Serena Williams, SZA just came out and said that SZA, she just came out and said she dated him as well. So maybe this is all news to these ladies that Drake was considering proposing.
Yeah, well, now that you list off all the love interests, I'm like, okay, maybe I would consider marrying them too. Fine.
If I had to.
Yes.
I'm very new to the massage world.
Started doing some bennies.
Yeah, I got my third ever massage in my entire life yesterday.
Oh, okay. How'd it go?
It went really good. I didn't know if I should select relaxation massage or deep tissue massage. Mm-hmm. I felt like my shoulders are kind of tight. Perhaps I should really get her to work on them. I didn't realize how painful that was going to be.
I told you going into it, I was like, are you doing it deep or are you just going to kind of relax and just like get rid of some stress type of thing and just like sleep for an hour while someone makes you feel a little better?
Well, I didn't want to sleep because I felt like I was paying for it or my bennies were paying for it. And so I was like, I need to stay awake and enjoy this. So I figured the deep tissue was a good idea. I managed to fall asleep.
Oh.
But I think maybe my body just got used to the pain because there were multiple times where I was like, my back isn't that big. She's halfway up. I can endure this until she gets to the top of it. Like there was some very pointy elbows.
It's like knees, elbows. They're just like using every part to get deep in there and move some muscles around.
Yeah. And then she said, you can come back no sooner than 2 weeks from now.
Oh, damn.
Because she said I was going to be so sore and my muscles needed to heal.
I believe that. I believe that. That's interesting.
Yes, I'm definitely in pain today. And I'm amazed at how I was able to fall asleep through the pain. But I did wake up a couple times when it hurt extra bad. I was like, oh, I'm still in this massage chair. Yeah, it still hurts.
You're going to be blown away when you go for a relaxation massage. You're like, wow, why didn't I do this in the first place?
Whole new world.
I got by a subscription service, Steph.
Uh-oh.
I got. It was Apple TV. I signed up for this free trial. It was like 2 months. Free Apple TV. I was like, cool, I just want to watch reruns of Ted Lasso all the time, okay?
Okay.
Usually I put something in my phone to like cancel it immediately. If I don't do it right then and there, like sign up for the free trial and then immediately cancel it so I don't forget about it. Usually I put something in my calendar or a notification being like, hey, idiot, remember to do this.
Yeah, because when you sign up for those free trials, they always make you put your credit card number in so that you forget so that they can at least get 1 month out of you.
Yeah, they got me. So I gave them $7 or whatever it was. Another thing to decipher here, I got another email immediately after I paid $7 and said, hey, we're upping the prices. So your $6.99 is now going to be like $8.49 or something.
Yeah. It used to be Apple TV was kind of the cheapest one. You're like, oh, well, if it accidentally pays, it's just $5. But now it's like if it accidentally pays, they're taking 2 lattes from you, not just one.
Yeah, so made that decision the other day because I saw it on I opened up my bank app and I noticed there was like $6 gone from Apple. It's just so generic. And then so I was like waiting for a receipt to come in and I was like looking through my apps. I'm like, am I paying for an app? No, it was the television. So canceled it right away.
Well, I have some good news for you. You might want to resubscribe.
No, I literally just told you I don't want to get got again.
Okay, but Will Smith, his new movie Emancipation is coming out.
I saw that on there.
Yes. Well, did you watch it?
No.
Good news. Will Smith is going to pay for you to have Apple TV.
All right, you convinced me a little bit. Is there a hook?
Probably you'll have to give him your credit card number again. Nah, they kept it on file.
Yeah,
But he's giving everybody 2 months free of Apple TV. He says it's a free trial, so I'm not sure how it works if you already subscribe type thing or if you just canceled to get it. But he says that you can go to apple.co/willgift and sign up for 2 months of free Apple TV because he wants to make sure you can watch his movie Emancipation. Of course, he wants to get the numbers.
All right.
See it. And then you could watch Ted Lasso again as well.
All right. I'm a sucker for free things, so I'm going to look into it. We'll see what happens. I already have next month paid for, but if I can get 2 more on top of that.
Yeah, you watch till February. It could be almost light out again by the time you're done your Apple TV subscription.
Go.
If you've ever been to Facebook in San Francisco, there's a saying there that all food at Facebook is free. And so if you have a guest pass, if you work there, you can go to any cafeteria and just eat what you want.
I've heard a lot about this with a lot of the tech companies and everything that they want to keep their workers there and stuff and keep them around. So just like, yeah, eat for free, stay in the building and work long. Hell, have your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert here.
Yeah, you don't ever have to leave. We've made it an ecosystem. And it feels like at first like, wow, that's so cool. And then you start to think about it and you're like, wait, I haven't been home in a week.
Yeah, exactly. I am eating for free, but I'm also just working every hour.
Yeah, and because I don't have to pay for it, I'm eating way more than I normally would. It seems like Twitter's getting rid of that kind of mentality.
Yeah, because they don't have anyone. It's just Elon and his like 5 best friends.
Exactly. So they don't need any more chefs and all this stuff. And they're actually auctioning off a ton of items from Twitter.
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't need their probably giant building. I'm assuming they have somewhere in Cali, San Fran.
Yeah, I don't know if they're auctioning off the building, but they're auctioning off all the things inside it. The industrial meat slicer that's worth $10,000. Multiple San Marzuco espresso machines that are worth like $45,000 each. I mean, perhaps he's trying to earn back some of that $44 billion that he spent on Twitter.
That's right. There's the giant Twitter bird statue. You forgot to mention that. They're auctioning that off. I'm assuming that's probably like right when you open the doors. Maybe get like a couple hundred for that to go towards the $44 billion.
And they are also auctioning off these like bikes that you can pedal and charge your phone with. Like all like the fun things of the office seem to be going by the wayside. They're like, nah, nobody wants to have fun here anymore. Forget it. Nobody wants to be awake. No espresso drinks anymore. Like,
yeah, you can buy your own. You can buy your own Starbucks and come into the office. Okay, you don't get it for free anymore. I got to make back that billions of dollars. With inflation and grocery prices just rising out of the I just want to toot my own horn for the shop that I just did the other day, Steph.
Wasn't that hoo-hoo tooting your own horn?
Yeah.
Okay. Bloop, bloop.
My bill was supposed to be around $54, but with all the sales that I got, it was only $39.
Hey, there you go. That's nearly $20 savings, Shawn.
Thank you. Yeah, and I attribute it to just being only providing for myself. Single bachelor mode. I can really just shop whatever. And so the main thing that I have when I'm shopping is I have essentials for breakfast that I always get. And then lunch and dinner are just wild cards for me. I never have anything set when I go. And so I'm pretty much just like yellow sticker shopping.
You're like, whatever looks good, I can eat it. It's only me having to make this decision. Sure, I'll have eggs for dinner for the next week.
Yeah, if that's the way the sales crumble on the tags and everything, that's what I'm doing. And that's how I'm living. Like chicken strips, they were $8 off.
Whoa.
So I was like, boomsies, 2 of those. Let's go. Deals. And then there was like chicken pot pies. They were like $4 or $5 off. I was like, yep, that's a good deal. Throw that in the cart. I saw these little tiny, like, microwavable dinners. Usually never would even blink an eye at those. I'm like, they never fill me up. They never satisfy me. But they were like $2.30 or something. I was like, okay, for a toonie and some change? Sure.
Sure, it can be a snack. It doesn't have to fill you up all the way. You can eat 2 of them.
100%. I was just like, man, I am just crushing this bargain shop right now. And so I was very proud of myself. If you want some shopping tips, just hit me up in my DMs. I might start a side hustle. Maybe I'll charge a little bit. I'll charge like $3 and I'll send you my plan on how to shop.
There we go. You should start a blog, Shawn.
Yes.
Got to start your own Instagram account about this. You gotta really bank on these things.
I'll vlog every one of my grocery trips.
Can't wait to watch that. We got Missy here from the Fort McMurray SPCA because she brought us a little friend.
Yeah, big shout out downtown, Eagle Ridge, Pet Value, both locations. Fantastic. Who's this tiny guy you brought in for us?
I like the irony. The horse that is currently in studio is our guy Chico. So if you've ever seen our feed, he's the beautiful brown and blue-eyed giant that we have labeled as a King Corso cross. So he's 2 years old. He's the biggest, like, probably lapdog we have at the shelter right now because he just loves his humans. He's very fond of one of our kennel attendants, Jenna. So I was out there in our outdoor runs this morning and he just seen her and she was with another dog and he's like, that's my person right there. So he definitely bond with his people. He loves the females there. Well, we're not 100% sure if it's just the vibe of the males, but we could always try if you have another big giant and you want to pair up, or if you have a little one, the irony in that, having a little tiny guy with him. He's really sweet. We're hopeful to find him a home for Christmas. He's been in the shelter since October, so if you're thinking about it, come out and meet him.
Yeah, definitely a big dog. So if you like big dogs, this is the one for you. Around almost your hip, I would say. Around your hip. Big guy. Not too thick, but big. And beautiful, like you were saying, it's like a tiger. The coat, the color of Chico, I am so amazed by. It's just like a tiger stripes all throughout. Kind of orangish, brownish, and then the brown stripes kind of all throughout the bod.
Well, with comparison to the height, like, I'm 5'2", and he kind of stood up. He's almost as tall as me when he's on his hind legs. So,
Misty, what else is going on for the SPCA?
So if you're still looking for some stocking stuffers, we have our 2023 calendar available up at the shelter. So they're $20 with all proceeds going to us. So that's also a bonus. And there are also some cute critters in there. So if you're looking and you want to just see it, just come up when you come and visit our guys. We're also doing a thing called Home for the Holidays, where we're going to be reaching out to see if anyone's looking to foster from December 23rd to the 27th, just to kind of get some of our guys out of the shelter for a little bit and into that home setting with someone. And even if you're not committed to adopting, at least it's a little bit of a break. If you're interested in that, you can send us a message on Facebook and we can kind of ask you some questions and try to pair you with someone. That's Chico giving himself a scratch. And then even a dog, of course they all have their own little quirks. So we'll try to match you up with someone. But if you're open to opening your heart for the holidays, please reach out.
Wonderful. Misty, thanks so much for bringing Chico up here, and thanks for joining us, as always, every Wednesday.
Would you rather Wednesdays?
Steph, would you rather always give gifts and never receive, but the gifts you're giving are just super average? Okay, so you're not giving good things. Like, they're just average things that they could probably re-gift.
Okay.
Or would you rather receive gifts all the time and you can never give, and the gifts you're receiving again are average?
Shawn, this is so hard. Oh my goodness.
Are you selfish or are you not?
Okay, but if the gifts are average, then I guess I'd rather be the person that's giving them than receiving them. I love presents so much. I am I just love the surprise, the thought that somebody thought of me. So it's very hard for me to say would rather give and never get one ever again. But I think I'll have to be the giver.
I can't imagine your birthday. You're always saying, like, oh, my husband's the best. And I always anticipate anticipate it. Like, that's never going to happen again.
Oh man, maybe I need to be the receiver of the gifts. Is that really wrong? Especially at this time of year. I'm sorry. I want all the presents.
Selfish.
Shawn, we were chatting earlier about you going to the grocery store and just bargain hunting and getting all the best things. Next time you go to the grocery store, would you rather buy 10 things you don't need every time you go? Or always forget the one thing that you needed when you went?
Always forget the one thing.
Really?
Yeah, I live right beside the grocery store, so I'll come back and then maybe I'll just get it the next day or something.
Okay.
Instead of overbuying 10 things, that just sounds gross to my budget.
Want more of today's show?
Download the Mixed Mornings and More podcast.
Now available every weekday.